Hey friends, and welcome to Yoga with Rachel. Today's energizing yoga flow is a perfect wake up for both the mind and the body. So in this practice, we will be building heat, getting the energy flowing throughout the entire body, and also connecting breath to action. I recommend returning to this practice whenever you are looking for that extra boost of energy, especially first thing in the morning. Have some water close by to stay hydrated, and let's get started. We begin our practice in a seated position. Choose a seat that feels most comfortable today, such as a cross-legged seat or kneeling. Find length through your spine by imagining that there is a string attached to the top of your head, inviting you to sit a little taller. Begin to draw slow circles with your nose one way. This is such a great way to work out any kinks in the neck. And eventually you can take your circle in the other direction. If you hear any clicks, that is perfectly fine. I like to call it snap, crackle, and pop action. Wonderful. Bring your head back over your heart space. Swim your hands behind your back body and interlace your fingers. Reach your hands towards the ground and then away from your body. We are stretching the shoulders and the chest now. Slowly nod your head yes, drawing your nose towards the sky, and then your chin towards your chest. Do this action at least 3 times. Bring your head back to center. Slowly shake your head no, looking past your right shoulder, followed by your left shoulder. Once again, do this action at least 3 times. Bring your head back to center. Keep the bind with your hands, but relax the stretch. Now bring your hands to your left hip, just above that hip bone, and then drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Hold here for a few breath cycles. Breathe into the right side of your neck. Draw your head back over your heart center. Bring your hands to the right side by your right hip, and then drop your right ear towards your right shoulder and breathe here. Draw your head over your heart space once again. Breathe in. Breathe out to release the bind and allow your hands to rest on your thighs for a moment. On your next breath in, send your hands to the sky, reach and spread through your fingers. When you breathe out, imagine that you are pulling down a bar as you bend at your elbows, coming into cactus arms. Breathe in, hands go to the sky. Breathe out to bend at your elbows. This time, draw your hands back in space to really open up through your chest. Sync breath to action. Breathe in, hands to the sky, reach. Breathe out to pull down that bar. Heart center shines forward. Breathe in to float your hands to the sky. Breathe out to twist your torso to the right. Allow your left hand to rest on your right thigh and your right hand rests on the earth. Breathe into the spinal twist, using the breath to guide you a bit deeper into the twist. Perhaps you nod your head a few times here to stretch out the neck. Breathe in to come out of your twist, sending your hands to the sky. Breathe out to twist to the left. Allow one hand to connect with your thigh and the other with the earth. Again, I invite you to breathe deeply here, perhaps directly sending the breath down to your belly. You can find some movement with your neck as well. Breathe in to unravel, hands go on up towards the sky. Breathe out to release your hands to your thighs. Bring the soles of your feet together, allowing your knees to fall open like a book. We are stretching out the hips, so no worries if the legs are up here. You can always use yoga blocks or pillows, and you can place them underneath your legs for support. Since it is first thing in the morning, a gentle massage to your feet may feel lovely. You can use your thumbs to massage to the arches of your feet, your heels, toes, and so on. Or you can play around with placing your hands on your ankles and then move your legs up and down like a butterfly flapping their wings. When you feel satisfied, I invite you to find stillness. Close your legs and make your way to all fours. When you arrive there, stack your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Fan out your fingers. Fingertips lightly grip your yoga mat. For our practice today, curl your toes under to stretch the soles of your feet and also your toes. Breathe in to reach your tailbone to the sky. Belly drops closer towards the earth. Look forward. Breathe out to curl your tailbone under. Spine reaches towards the sky. Chin tucks in. Breathe in to loop your shoulders, drop your belly, and look forward. Breathe out to round through your spine. One more round of cat and cow. Breathe in to make your way to cow pose. Breathe out to transition to cat pose. Breathe in to come back to a neutral spine. Bump your hips to the right and then turn to look past your left shoulder. Now bump your hips to the left and turn to look past your right shoulder. I invite you to keep this action going, bumping your hips from side to side for a few more rounds. All right, find stillness. Begin to sit back towards your heels, keeping your toes curled under. There is an option to uncurl your toes. Rock your pelvis forward, grow tall through your spine. Send your arms out in front of you and point your fingers towards the ground. Breathe here. Now, point your fingers towards the sky and spread through your fingers. Breathe through this stretch. Wonderful. Make your way to all fours. Uncurl your toes and then tap out the tops of your feet. You can go slow or you can pick up the pace. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful work. Can you feel the energy flowing throughout your feet? All right. Now lift your right knee away from the earth. Begin to draw slow circles with your knee. Keep these circles small to try to isolate the movement to the hip instead of the low back. So we are trying to do our very best to keep the low back as still as possible as we move. Sometimes I place a cork yoga block on my low back to encourage that stillness. Feel free to give that a try if you have a yoga block available. Now take your circle in the other direction. Beautiful. Lower your right knee back to the earth. Hover your left knee away from the mat and begin to draw circles with your knee one way and then the other way. We are waking up through our hips with some of these beautiful circles. Lower your left knee back to the earth. Lift and hover your right knee off of the ground and then open your right knee off to the side, hydrant dog. Hold this pose. There's an option to stay here, or you can straighten through your right leg and send your foot off to the side, as if you were doing a side kick. Breathe through this. Bend at your right knee and then lower your right knee back to the earth. Lift your left knee away from the ground and then open your knee off to the side, hydrant dog. Consider where you feel the work being done in your body. There's an option to then straighten through your left leg, flex through your foot. Again, as if you are doing a side kick. Bend at your left knee and then lower your knee to the earth. Walk your hands to the long edges of your mat. Curl your toes under as you lift both kneecaps away from the earth. Hover here. Breathe in through your nose and then breathe out to send your hips to the sky. Pedal it out in downward facing dog, dropping one heel towards the earth at a time, bending one knee in at a time. Down dog offers a full body stretch, which can feel so yummy first thing in the morning. An added bonus is that it is an inversion where the head is below the heart space, which can encourage healthy flow of blood and energy. Option to keep pedaling the feet, or you can bend at your knees, allowing your belly to rest close to your thighs. Hold here. And now melt your heels towards the earth, straightening through the legs. Bend your knees, thigh rest close to the belly, and then straighten through your legs. One more round, bend, and then straighten. Beautiful. Breathe in, breathe out. Find a small bend in your knees as you begin to walk your hands towards your feet, so that way we can meet in a forward fold. Grab opposite elbows and sway from side to side, pressing into your whole foot, especially the heels, to keep you stable and grounded. Great. Find stillness. Release your palms to the earth and then begin to walk your hands forward towards the top edge of your mat where we meet in a high plank. Brace your core, hugging belly button to spine as you press away from your yoga mat. Now begin to start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Forward fold with bent knees. Slowly walk your hands forward to a high plank. Heels actively reach towards the back edge of your mat. Perhaps you rock a little forward and back here. Now walk your hands back towards your feet, forward fold. Breathe in, breathe out. On your next breath in, sweep your hands to the sky, fingertips meet overhead. Breathe out to fold forward, hinging at your hips as you bend at your knees. Breathe in, halfway lift. Hands on the earth, shins or your thighs. Hug your elbows in. Breathe out to fold. Breathe in, hands to the sky. Breathe out to lead with your heart as you fold forward. Breathe in to a halfway lift. Breathe out to fold. Breathe in to take up space, sending your hands up and overhead. Breathe out to fold. Breathe in to find a halfway lift. Perhaps this time you play around with sending your hands back in space, coming into airplane arms, palms facing towards the ground. Feel that work in your triceps. Now, breathe out to fold. Plant your palms on the earth as you begin to walk your hands forward to a high plank. Breathe in. Breathe out to find a downward facing dog. Now step your feet to the top edge of your mat. Forward fold. Palms rest on the earth. Step your right foot back, lower your back knee, and then keep your toes curled under. Front knee is stacked over your ankle. Feel free to walk your right knee back for a deeper stretch. Come up onto your fingertips to allow your chest to shine forward. Tuck in your chin slightly. Breathe in. Breathe out. Place your hands on your hips. Connect to your center to help you rise up. Breathe in to reach your hands to the sky. Breathe out to bend at your elbows, coming into cactus arms. Draw your palms back, arch through the back body. Breathe in, hands to the sky. Breathe out to bend. Open up through your chest. Breathe in to reach. Breathe out to bend. Lower your hands back to the earth, coming to your lunge. Lift your right knee away from the ground and find a bouncing action as you step your right foot up to meet your left foot in a forward fold. Now step your left foot back towards the back edge of your mat. Toes remain tucked under. Lower your back knee to the earth. Find length through your spine, coming up onto your fingertips as you look forward. Place your hands on your hips and slowly rise up. Breathe in to send your hands to the sky. Spread through your fingers. Breathe out to bend. Imagine that you are pulling a bar down, cactus arms. Breathe in, hands to the sky. Breathe out to bend. One more round. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release your hands to the earth, folding forward. Lift your back knee away from the earth. Find a little bouncing action once again as you step your left foot up to join your right forward fold. Breathe in. Breathe out. Plant both palms onto the earth and then hop or step both feet back to the back edge of your mat. Plank pose. Now drive your right knee in towards center and then reset. And now your left knee comes in towards center. Reset. Keep these mountain climbers going. Do your best to keep your hips as still as possible, as they may want to sway from side to side. Do this at your own pace. We are here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Lower your knees to the earth, then swing your legs off to one side, and then eventually transition onto your back. No rush. Whenever you arrive there, hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a loving hug by wrapping your arms around your shins. Rock from side to side. Now place your hands on the earth to start as you send your legs to the sky. All good if you need to keep a bend in your knees, especially if the hammies are feeling a little tight. I find that my hamstrings are pretty stiff first thing in the morning. Scoop your tailbone up to ensure that your low back connects with the earth. So there should be no gap between your back body as well as the mat. This protects your low back. Now reach your hands towards the sky, palms facing one another. Lift your head and shoulder blades away from the earth. Begin to find some baby pulses, reaching your hands towards your feet and then lowering down slightly. So we are working on those upper abs. Let's keep our breath flowing, and we are here doing these baby pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your head and shoulders back to the earth, but keep your legs reaching towards the sky. Place your hands at your sides. Hands can either grab the long edges of your yoga mat, or you can place your hands underneath your hips. Begin to slowly lower your right leg closer towards the ground. Your leg hovers off of the ground. Left leg remains reaching towards the sky. And now switch. Lowering your left leg, your right leg now goes to the sky. Keep the scissor action going at your own pace, and do your best to marry the breath to the action to help you dig in a little bit deeper. We are here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Lower both feet to the earth. Walk your feet so that way they're roughly hip distance apart. Knees point towards the sky. Hands are at your sides. Lift your head and shoulders away from the earth. Tuck in your chin slightly, finding length in the back of your neck. Reach your right hand towards your right heel, and then make your way back to center, and then reach your left hand towards your left heel, and then come back to center. This movement targets the obliques. So let's keep this action going, breathing in to come back to center, and then breathing out to reach towards a heel. So we are here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your head and shoulders back to the earth. Walk your feet to the long edges of your mat. Toes turn out with your heels turning in slightly. Allow your knees to fall in and connect. Place both hands on your belly, and I invite you to close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in to send the breath down to your hands. And then breathe out to send the breath in the opposite direction. Breathe in with that same intention. And then breathe out. We are here for a few more moments. Use this time to rest and restore, allowing the amazing benefits of this practice to seep in. Slowly begin to open your eyes, hug your knees in, and then melt your knees to one side. Use your top hand to prop you up to a seat. Once you are there, bring your hands together and then to your heart. Bow your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, my darling friend, Thank you so very much for joining me today for this energizing yoga flow. I hope that you feel awesome and that you are ready to start your day. Sometimes a little bit of movement and breath work can go a long way, especially first thing in the morning. I invite you to share this class with others, and if you enjoyed our practice together, give this video a thumbs up. Let's take one final juicy breath in together through the nose, and then sigh it out through your mouth. Enjoy your day. Namaste.